You ready?
Yeah, look at that. Yum. What a good girl. Hang on. You know how to put it on. Alright, give me that. Good girl. You ready? Yeah? You wanna go? You ready to go? You sure look ready to go. Alright, time to get Alice ready to go. Got it. There we go. Now you're ready too. Now you're ready too, huh? Yeah. Okay. You ready to go too? Yeah.
So yesterday we went into Capitol Reef National Park and we had a blast. We saw some really cool rock formations. We went on an awesome hike. However, because we went on that really long hike and it is rated as strenuous, we are very sore. It was only yesterday. My toes still hurt, my legs still hurt. We're both really tired. And also, since it was a national park, we weren't allowed to bring in Sweetie or Alice on like any hikes or even just to really explore with us. So today we're bringing both Sweetie and Alice on a national forest adventure. And I don't know why we've never filmed this before. David and I love just driving around the national forest and seeing what roads lead where. Sometimes they lead to cool viewpoints, sometimes they lead to nothing. But we love exploring down these, national forest trails. Sometimes we find some really cool campsites that we even end up moving to later. But it's good because Butters doesn't get along with Sweetie or Alice really at all. She gets along a little bit with Alice, but not much. So she's going to have a blast hanging out in the RV all alone. Whenever we come back, when we take both of them with us, she is in the best mood ever. She's drug like hand towels and little stuffed animals everywhere, all around the RV. And yeah, she's gonna have a blast being home alone, and these two are gonna have a blast with us going to something cool here. We've found a trail that we haven't gone down yet, and I guess it leads to something cool. So yeah, we're gonna go check it out.
So we are camped right off of Forest Road 057 in the Fish Lake National Forest. And where we're camped at, it's fairly dense trees. There's aspen and pines surrounding you, so you really feel like you're in the forest. But if you drive 4 miles up Forest Road 057 to this point right here, the trees just clear out into this wide open, beautiful meadow called Hancock Flat. And it is gorgeous up here. It's wide open to the sky. And I don't know why it's so clear right here, why there are no trees, but it's really pretty. But where we're going to today is Fish Lake High Top, and it is 5 miles from this site, so just about 9 miles from our campsite, and it climbs up and up and up the forest roads 2,000 feet or 2,500 feet in elevation higher than our campsite even, which is at 9,000 feet elevation. So Fish Lake high top is at 11,500 feet. It's gonna be pretty chilly up here, or up there, and despite the fact that we're in late June, it's probably gonna be snowy up there. Not snowing, but there's probably gonna be a fair amount of snow. And Jenny and I are hoping, we haven't been there yet, so we don't really know, but we're hoping that it has a mountaintop view of Fish Lake below. So Jenny was driving and I was the passenger, so I could film and all that, fly the drone and whatnot. But now that we're getting up into the higher elevation, these roads are wet and they're snowy, and Jenny was like, I want you to drive, so I get to handle this. And we still have 4 miles to go, so I think it's gonna get worse.
Why don't you tell us what's going on, David?
Well, you see, we don't have 4-wheel drive, and we are stuck. So.
And even if we get out of this, the road is that's completely snow covered up there just around the bend.
It gets worse and worse.
I don't think we're making it to whatever hilltop flat.
Fish Lake high top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so either.
Let's go see what's going on outside, shall we?
Yeah.
We are nice and stuck. Nice.
Got a shovel though.
Thick amount of snow right there behind the tire, in front of the tire, behind that tire. Ready for this?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Done it once before, do it again, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you get when you have a 2-wheel drive truck, right, people?
Yep. Now I wish we had a Jeep.
I know! I know! Ugh.
So I decided to hike a few 100 feet extra up the road just to see if it got any better, and as you can see, it does not. That is solid snow. The rest of the road is solid snow. David's only a couple 100 feet back that way. Still digging the truck out. This was a bad idea.
So we've said it before, and I'll say it again. I cannot wait to get a vehicle that has 4-wheel drive. We have really felt the limitations of our 2-wheel drive truck, and if you guys have been following us for a while, you know this isn't the first time that 2-wheel drive has kept us from doing something, or we've gotten stuck because of 2-wheel drive. And I mean, you saw what it looked like up there. I mean, even if we had a 4x4 truck, I don't think we're getting up there anyway. You need like snowmobiles at that point. But still, you know, it would still help. We'd still be able to get to more things and not get stuck as often if we had 4-wheel drive. So yeah, we're really feeling it. But come on, snow in June? It is June 24th and there's snow, this much snow. This is garbage. Oh, and we're also really upset because we wanted to show you guys Fish Lake from above, but I think I've got another way of showing it to you and to us. We wanted to see it too, of course. Here we go. thankfully, we were able to get old Helga out of that spot. And if you saw, I had to like I had to really cut it, and I kind of like pushed way into that pine tree up there, because when we were going up, once we started to lose traction, the truck started to slide down this way, sort of off the road, because the road is slanted this way. So I didn't want to, you know, continue to back off of the hill, right? So I had to cut it and push into that tree, but you know, we got her out. And the fact that there's snow here, you know, we can kind of have fun with it, because I know someone that loves snow. Sweetie girl. Yeah, I know you love it. And Alice has actually never seen snow in her life. So we're gonna get Alice acquainted with some snow. Butters loves snow. So let's see if Alice does too.
This is an important moment.
It is an important moment. Her first snow, you guys, her first snow. Here we go. What do you think? Is she confused?
She is. I think it's because her paws are, the snow's really wet because it is melting.
Yeah.
So I think that.
It's funny though, it's not like cold.
No,
it's
no.
Weird.
Well, it's almost 75 outside today, so.
What do you think, Allie? What? So despite these fails that Jenny and I experience sometimes, when we're in the national forest, it's always a good time. There's just something about the forest that, I don't know, just gives me energy, just it rejuvenates me, it feeds my soul. You know, the national parks are awesome, and the most epic views and the most epic rock formations and experiences are there in the national parks. But you know, we were just there yesterday. And the downside of the parks though is that you're just not alone with nature. It doesn't have that same pure nature feel that this does. We're the only ones out here. We haven't seen a single person this whole time, and you just, I don't know, you just have that pure nature experience that I just love so deeply about the national forest. Like this is, every time I'm here in a national forest, in a setting like this, I just feel like this is where I belong. And even though, you know, we have bad experiences like getting stuck and we can't go any further, so we can't even get to our destination, it's still an awesome experience.
So about a mile back down the road from where we got stuck is this. This is called Hancock Spring. And it's so interesting. The water from up above the mountain is flowing directly across the road out into the meadow here, out into Hancock Meadow. And there are like these water collection troughs behind me. The ones on this side are actually full of water and it's flowing down. And I don't know if it's currently used to help guide the water down the mountain, but there's like this little fence area back there where there's a hose that's collecting water to dump it into these troughs, which are then overflowing and going down the mountain. And I have no idea what this is for. I don't know why these are set up. These ones on this side are completely rusted out on the bottom and there's no water in them. These ones are completely dry. But I don't know. My best guess is that the reason this whole meadow area was cleared out in the first place was to be used for grazeland, and these were water collection troughs for the cattle to drink from. I don't know. That's my best guess. I don't know the history of this place. I can't look it up right now. But if anybody does know, I mean, let us know. It's super interesting and really pretty.
Now just a few miles up the road in the opposite direction that we were going before from our campsite is this. We are in the Pando aspen clone, which, interesting enough to me that I didn't know before we came here, is that all aspen trees that are like in an area are all part of the same organism. They share a root system. So what makes aspen trees so much different from other trees is they don't spread out seeds that then germinate and grow into a tree. They do what's called suckering, yeah, it's suckering, right?
I think so.
I think so. And they send out lateral roots, and then the roots shoot up and grow into a tree. So all these behind me, all these aspen, look like individual organisms, but they're all the same. And they call it a clone. Now, some interesting facts that I can tell you about the Pando aspen clone that I'm gonna read right off of Wikipedia is that this whole colony encompasses 106 acres. And it has over 40,000 stems or seemingly individual trees. And altogether, the trees and the root system weighs over 6,600 tons. And the most interesting thing about the Pando aspen clone is that it is one of the oldest, if not possibly the oldest, living organism in the entire world at over 80,000 years old. And quite possibly my favorite thing about aspen trees is the scent they give off. Just when the wind blows through aspen trees and it carries it to you, it just smells so good. It's a smell that I've never experienced before, and it's, I don't know, it just smells so incredibly good. It's like a piney, sort of sagebrushy, like mixture combination. I don't know, but if you ever see an aspen tree, you can actually go right up to it and kind of scratch on the bark a little bit and do like a scratch and sniff kind of thing to it to, you know, get that aroma. It smells so good. And it just pervades this whole area and is just another reason I love the Fish Lake National Forest. We've made it to Fish Lake now, and we found this cute little bench that we can sit down and relax at, and it overlooks Fish Lake, and it is incredibly beautiful. Fish Lake is this massive reservoir, you know, that gave the Fish Lake National Forest its name. And we're just gonna sit here, hang out with the animals, and enjoy the view. And although we couldn't get that mountaintop view that looked down at the lake, you know, we can at least have this shoreline view, and we'll get you guys a bird's eye view.
Today, even though we felt a little disappointed when we got up to the snow-covered road, the impassable snow-covered road, at least for us, mind you, it was a little bit of a bummer, but I think that both Alice and Sweetie have had an absolutely amazing day today.
I know I have.
Yeah, Sweetie got to play in the snow, and then she got to play in the water. Alice got to roam around in the grass over here. She got to meet, you know, like a lake for the first time. She got to be introduced to snow for the first time. They have both had a very full day. We've had a full day. This has been really cool, just kind of exploring around the National Forest. And so now we are going to enjoy the rest of our evening here at the edge of Fish Lake, looking out among these ponderosa, or Pando aspen?
We're not in the Pando aspen clone anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
but they are aspens.
They are aspen trees, so we're gonna enjoy our time here, looking out over beautiful Fish Lake, and just enjoy the rest of our evening. So we'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.